Let's be honest. Did you meet your New Year resolution last year? Yes? Well, congratulations. Maybe this video isn't for you. But let me know in the comments though. What were they and how'd you get there? Anyway, if you're in the team no, first of all, welcome. And second of all, you're not alone. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology found that while 77% of people maintained their resolution for the first week, only about 19% stuck to them long term. And if you're like me, you've Googled it before, the SMART goals and breaking down bigger goals into smaller ones and tracking your progress and letting your friends and colleagues know for that accountability purposes. And because you're like me, you still don't do them. And that's because, well, reading is easy, but it's hard work putting it into action. It's like saying, I need a pay rise, but never asking for a raise or looking for another job. Or it's like saying, I want to win the lotto, but never going to the shops to buy the ticket. I think it's an indicator that I'm just a bit too afraid to change my current lifestyle and the relationship that I have now. Life is good, but it's not terrible either. But does this mean that I should stop making these New Year resolutions? I mean, I think it doesn't hurt to keep trying to do better for yourself, but I think it is worth thinking about how you'll set it up differently this time so you can stick towards it for a bit longer. And luckily for me, I have a whiteboard where I've written my last year's resolution. So let's review my last year's resolution together. And I promise it won't take too long. The first goal was to have 1,000 YouTube subs. And I didn't meet that goal. In fact, I stopped halfway because my life got really busy. And frankly, I was running out of ideas and I was not looking forward to making these videos. I guess you could say that I was a bit burnt out. And my second goal is to lose weight. And that's down to 77 kilos. And I've met that goal pretty early. So, that changed over time. But yay, one for me, right? The third goal is to have finished 6 artworks. And frankly, I didn't even try this goal, which is really sad. And the final goal is to get a job promotion. Now, this also didn't happen, but I am pretty proud of my progress. So you could still argue that it's still in progress. So given that, I think I've only got 1 out of the 4. What will I do differently this time? Well, I think there's nothing wrong with outcome-based goals like I had before, but situations can change and your priorities can also change. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. So instead, this year, I want to focus on the enablers that, it can facilitate whatever I want to achieve throughout the year. This year's theme is focusing on the enablers rather than the end goal. My first goal is to wake up at 6 a.m. every day. I realize that after work, I go to the gym and I'm just too tired to do anything. I need to spend that time with my family and the wife. So I think morning is the only time where I can actually do things that I want, whether it's learning, YouTube, drawing, whatever that might be. I will try to wake up early to enable those goals. All right, so my second goal is to eat at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., and 7 p.m. This is how I will limit my calorie intake. And I'm trying to reduce the amount of snacks and impulse eating that I do throughout the day. So sticking to a fixed time will make sure that I don't do that. My third goal is to review my monthly expenses on a Google Sheet. And this is to help me identify any impulse purchases and where I can do better the next month. And finally, my fourth goal is to learn something new, whether it's a knowledge or a skill, every week. And I want to get in the habit of writing it down on a Google Sheet. So at the end of the year, I can see, wow, look at all these things I learned throughout the year. So in 2025, I hope that by having more time in the morning, being more healthier, and saving up more money, and staying curious will definitely enable me to do whatever I want in 2025. So here's to 2025, everyone. I start work from Monday. So it's time to get that dosh. I hope you all have a great start of 2025, and I hope to see you in the next time.